Hello guys, I'm Will. Welcome to my video. Just bought a dress shirt off the rack and realized that something doesn't fit. Whether it's shirt length, cuff size, sleeve length, and even waist area, you're not alone. You've heard it before, almost nothing off the rack fits perfectly on everybody. That's why tailoring your dress shirt is so important. You should have at least one or two of your dress shirt perfectly tailored. This video is not about how a dress shirt should fit. There are tons of videos out there on YouTube focusing on that topic. In this video, I will be talking about how to find a perfect tailor in your area and what to ask when you go to see your tailor for the first time. And also which parts of the dress shirt you should be focusing on when you have a limited budget. I've worked with tons of tailors and I've noticed that a lot of times you probably know that I should probably get my dress shirt tailored, but you just don't know where to start. Tip number one, buy a dress shirt off the rack that fits your shoulders properly, because no matter what your build is, because fixing shoulders can be very costly and usually it's not worth the hassle. So make sure you buy a shirt that fits your shoulder properly. Find a good tailor can be very tricky, but read as many reviews as possible. You can use Yellow Page review, you can use Google review, whatever you prefer, but make sure you do your homework before you go to see your tailor. The most important advice I can give it to you is to treat your tailor with respect and try to build a relationship with your tailor as much as possible. Most tailors value royalty, so if you bring more items to your tailor, they will treat your items more seriously and you will get more bang for your buck. So I have this easy to follow 3-step instruction for you to build a relationship with your tailor. So the first time you go to see your tailor, be nice and professional, because tailors are professionals. If you treat your own dress shirt professionally and carefully, they will treat your dress shirt with equal professionalism. The second time you go to see your tailor, this time be more human and compliment on the first job they did to your first dress shirt. So this is a good time for you to find out his or her name and maybe start a small conversation with them. For example, you can ask how you got into this tailoring business and what's your background, what's your family background, what brought you here, etc, etc. The key point is, guys, you need to start a conversation the second time you go to see your tailor. Okay, the third time you go to see your tailor, this time you should mention their names at least twice during your conversation, so they remember you as a customer, but not only a customer, but a potential friend. So you should treat them as if they have already been an old friend of yours. Tip number 3, less is more. When tailoring your dress shirt, you should have the minimum design possible. For example, if you are having your shirt sleeve shortened, make sure to tell your tailor that you want the minimum features left on your cuff. For example, if you have complicated cuff design such as a French cuff, when you have your sleeve length shortened, you can tell your tailor to have a barrel cuff instead. So the thing is, you want less features on your dress shirt because a classic dress shirt should be as minimal as possible. And when you tailor your dress shirt, for example the cuff, if you go with the simple cuff design, you might save a little bit of money. Tip number 4. Now I would like to talk about the priority you have to take when you tailor your dress shirt. Number 1 priority is the sleeve length. Sleeve is crucial. When the sleeve length is torn off, everything else just looks off too. So make sure the first thing you get tailored is the sleeve length. I won't talk about how a sleeve length should be. There are tons of other videos out there teaching you that. But there's one tip I'd like to talk to you about. That is to leave a little bit of bunching around your elbow so that when you raise your arm, the cuff won't raise up so much. This is where communication with your tailor becomes so crucial. I've seen it a lot of times. Guys go to a tailor, just let the tailor do the job without telling them what they exactly want. The thing is, if you don't tell your tailor exactly what you want, they will just do it the standard way. And from my experience, I've worked with a lot of tailors. The standard sleeve length is usually a little bit too short to my liking. Because remember, The perfect fitting dress shirt is all about the detail and what you are comfortable with. So you should be the one who is telling the tailor what exactly you want. After the shirt sleeve length is done, the second priority you should be focusing on is the waist area of your dress shirt. Make sure the waist area fits perfectly no matter what your build is. By that I mean the waist area should gently hug your body without being too tight or being too loose. Because in that way, if you have perfectly fitting waist area, it will actually accentuate your chest area to make your chest look bigger. Besides, taking the waist area in won't cost too much. From my experience, it usually costs less than having your sleeve length shortened. So make sure you have your waist area perfectly tailored as well. Tip number 5. Last tip I'd like to give it to you is to take full advantage of the relationship you've built with your tailor. In my experience, most tailors are more than happy to do over the part you're not happy with. So don't feel bad to bring back the shirt you're not happy with, to ask your tailor to redo the part you're not happy. They will usually do it for free, no matter how many times you bring it back, given that you've been treating them as I suggested here. That is why, as I said in the beginning, it is so important to build a mutual respectful relationship with your tailor in the very beginning. Another tip regarding taking full advantage of the relationship you build with your tailor is to always throw in some small jobs when you tailor your dress shirt. For example, when you are tailoring your sleeve length, you can always ask your tailor to relocate the cuff button on your sleeve. Cuff button can be very important, especially when you want to wear a watch under your cuff. You can maybe also ask your tailor to add a second cuff button to your dress shirt for a better fit. And they will usually do it for free, in my experience. Another example is if you are having your waist area taken in on your dress shirt, you can maybe ask your tailor to add 2 color stays if you don't have it already. They will usually do it for free. What I'm trying to say here is that whenever you do a big job on your dress shirt, always throw in some small jobs such as cuff button, color stay, something like that. It'll save you some cash in the long run. Because in my experience, your tailor will usually be more than happy to do those small jobs for free, given that you've been treating them as I suggested here. Alright guys, those are the 5 tips I would give it to someone who want to have their dress shirt perfectly tailored but don't know where to start. If you follow my 5 tips and keep practicing, especially practicing on building a long-lasting relationship with your tailor, you will eventually get your perfect fitting dress shirt. I know it is not cheap to have everything tailored, everything looking perfect, but if you follow my priority order, the first priority is the shirt sleeve length, the second priority is the waist area, you will eventually get the perfect fitting dress shirt without breaking the bank. The general rule here is to find the perfect tailor in your area and stick with them so that you can build a long-lasting, mutual respectful relationship with them. In this way, you have actually a custom tailor working for you without you having to pay a premium for their custom tailoring service. That's it guys, I hope this video is helpful. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below.